Hello Aquarius singles. I hope you're doing well. I apologize. I'm over here trying to get my knots out. It's been a while. I'm so sorry for my delay for a year. I've been dealing with a lot of stuff that really wasn't mine. Yeah, so with that, I've made a video regarding what's happened and where I've been. And I would, fucking hell, I would appreciate it if you would watch that if that's of interest to you. Yeah, so it's up. I think it's called For Love, For Life in all its form. I'm not sure. It's got a picture of me and my cat on it. And I want to also say, before we get into this reading, I'm trying to rebuild my channel now because I've been away for so long. I've been away for a year. And when that happens, when you're not consistently uploading information and content, YouTube algorithm based basically puts you in the weeds. It like decreases a lot of stuff. So when in the past I've had like, videos that would consistently get like 30,000 views, 50,000, 100,000, 70,000, whatever it is. Now it's like 150, 200. So I'm trying to get that up and running again. So the way you can help me is that if these readings resonate with you, only if they resonate with you, please like the video, okay? Please like the video. And if you're new here and this resonates with you, feel free to watch a couple more videos. And if they resonate, feel free to subscribe. I would love to have you here, whatever insight I can share with you, I hope it's valuable to you or important and helpful. And interact with the channel, leave a comment if you like, or if this resonated, or tell me what's going on in your situation. And I will definitely try to connect with you there. If you're looking for a personal reading, you can contact me at thealtruisticmystic@gmail.com. And with that being said, let's get into this Aquarian singles. There is also an Aquarian couples reading up, so if you need to watch that, go for it. First of all, I pulled out Oracle energy. We start out with regret and forgiveness. So regret, I know that I cannot change the past, and forgiveness, I acknowledge that bringing resentment blocks the flow of love. Now, that kind of a little bit resonates with the couples reading, but if you want to watch that, that's fine. So we have, starting out, it's a 3-card spread, with the bottom of the deck showing the Page of Swords. So this is about communication that's honest, genuine, but also maybe a little bit immature. Maybe we are having difficulties communicating. I pulled for shadow work energy, and you got twin flame in reverse. Twin flame, reunion of the soul, tonal mates, same soul frequency. Now, a lot of you from the past that have watched my channel for years, I'm very reserved and hesitant when it comes to that's your twin flame, that's your divine masculine, that's your this and that. I found that a lot of people are dealing with situations and relationships that are emotionally destructive, and their coping mechanism is to continue to try to remain in that situation when really it's to break free. So what I found on YouTube, unfortunately, is a lot of people pumping in this whole the twin flame journey. They're all karmic relationships. Every single relationship has some level of karma. Karma is not bad all the time. Karma is just energy coming back to you. What you give out, you receive. Literally, that's part of it. So, not bad. But either way, what the twin flame energy is telling me is that there is a reunion here, and there's some sort of reckoning of understanding. So that Princess of Swords, the Page of Swords here, is sitting on top of the King of Wands. So somebody wanting to come forward here could be a fire sign, but I feel like this is your energy, Aquarius single. It feels like you're kind of ascending to the point where you're ready to like communicate something or take action here. But like finding the words might be a little bit hard for you. And I feel like there's some aspect of like feeling like you've damaged something, or like there's some sort of relationship that's been damaged or marred to the degree where it's like you require forgiveness and you have a considerable amount of regret regarding something. So let's go with the first card that came out, you know, the Two of Pentacles. Now I do want to say, just because what came up even before like relationship stuff was actually like either financial or like job related situations, stability related. I feel like I feel like Aquarius single, I feel like you have an opportunity to create something different, like a side project, or like, you know, don't get rid of your day job, but there's something else you can do. There's an element of creativity that needs to be expressed and explored here. And I think it could actually be really beneficial to you. On an emotional level, healing, satisfactory. On a financial level, extra money in the bank, better credibility, or not better credibility, but like more credibility with people. People begin to like know that you're trusted for this, so they can come to you for that. You know, it's kind of like creating a connection with others and what you supply and what you create, and maybe it's niche. You know, usually the Two of Pentacles often talks about like creating side projects, you know, perhaps taking one's talents or hobbies and expanding upon them to actual business and financial abundance. So there's that. And I do want to say, in regard to that, some of you may be feeling very uncomfortable with the role that you either have to step into because you don't really necessarily see the path unfolding before you. It's just kind of like you got to take the leap. That's what it's coming out as. But there's an element of being okay with that. There's an element of trusting that what you're going to be contributing to and creating is going to be excellent for you, and also it's going to be sought after by others. So that kind of like, for me, it helps to ease the worry and also kind of like allow my perception of it to be like, okay, take the jump, take the plunge, you know, it's okay. But it's uncomfortable emotionally, and I feel like you're trying to think about it too much versus just doing it. So that's something that needs to be said there. Also in regard to new jobby positions, money, whatever. I feel like this situation may be something that you need to keep to yourself here. I feel like you might not get support, which sounds strange. This might be like a completely you endeavor. Also, I feel here too that if you are in business with someone, I feel there may be either you or them, it can go either way, but I feel like there might be a little bit of shadiness happening, a little bit of distraction, covert operations here, something not above level. And this could be a friend or a work partner or somebody that you are, you know, connected to in that capacity. Also, for those of you who are in business with friends or like sharing things with friends to make money, certain things you need to kind of keep private, because it's almost as if like that person might kind of take the idea and start generating in their own way, which would be unfair to you and it would be cheating. So that would not be nice. And I feel like that could also land you in a situation where you have to cut off a relationship because it feels like a true betrayal. Okay, so that being said, let's get into the energetic energy regarding like relationships and connections, singles energy. So that Two of Pentacles, this is what I'm feeling here with this Page of Swords, Two of Pentacles. We're kind of at the beginning of something. We're at the beginning of trying to take a step in a different direction here. And it's like you kind of have sure footing already with yourself, but to step into this new situation, it's emotionally confusing here, Aquarius singles. It requires you to speak truly and to speak clearly. And when you speak, okay, it's getting loud. So when you speak, oh God, don't do that. It's like screaming at me and then it's like, bye. Hang on, it'll hopefully come back. Give me 1 second. When you speak, you have to be very secure in what you're going to deliver, especially in regard to romantic connections, emotional connections. When you speak, you are going to have to stand by what you say and deliver. There's no waffling, there's no wavering. It's just steadfast and get to the point, get it done, and be genuine about it. Don't have hesitancy, don't have fear. Stand in your power, trust yourself, trust the direction that you're being guided into, and speak about it and do it. You know, that's what I want to say here with that. And because that, there's like this like unease regard to like, how do I even approach this? How do I even manage it? You have to do it with a sense of like confidence for some reason I'm seeing here. If whomever you're dealing with here, because I feel like, I feel like Aquarius, like singles, you guys, I feel like this is regarding somebody in the past. I feel like this is regarding somebody that you know. I mean, considering you already have like regret and forgiveness, and then you've got twin flame in reverse, you know, this is something that happened here. So I will clarify those, but it feels like that's kind of the crux of the energy. Like we don't know how to approach here. You know, we don't know how to approach something, or even if it's not to like re-enter into a relationship with someone, at least we're trying to clear the air when it comes to a connection, because this Three of Cups is in reverse, and this is the future outcome energy. So this can talk about, you know, relationships that kind of go sour. It can talk about people falling out of favor with one another. It can talk about emotions like being betrayed by friends, not getting along with people that we were once close with. And it causes a lot of emotional instability, especially because of communication. So you have to be very clear about how you communicate with somebody. And also, I'm saying practice it, practice it, practice it. Write it down, practice it, almost as if you're like acting. God, this sounds awful. I'm like getting a picture of somebody in a mirror being like, okay, I've got my pamphlet of paper in front of me. I'm writing it down. I'm talking to this person. I'm acting confident. I'm being confident. They don't feel confident inside, but get yourself there. Prep yourself. Get to feeling confident when you approach this, because it doesn't feel like it really can go anywhere if you're not like showing up. Okay? So let's go ahead, and I want to clarify the oracles first. Regret and forgiveness. Show me regret, please, for Aquarian singles. Show me regret for Aquarian singles. You have the Nine of Swords with the Seven of Pentacles, with the Eight of Swords, and the Moon, and the Hermit. Bottom of that, Judgment. What this is telling me, if this is the underlying energy for this experience here, what it's telling me, Aquarius, is that somebody's lack of judgment or poor judgment, emotional dysregulation in a situation has caused something to either fall apart, disintegrate, become problematic. Whoever this is, if this is you, it's kind of like being overwhelmed mentally by decisions, not knowing how to proceed with the situation, almost like telling yourself too many stories, not knowing exactly how somebody or how things going to happen, and just this is all rumination, but painful rumination, no sleep rumination, sadness rumination, emotional disruption. This is what this is, but it's mental, and so it's going to be affecting that person that way. And that is regret, and that comes up with the Moon again. You have the Moon twice here now. So the Moon is Cancerian energy, also Pisces for me as reader as well. It's emotional instability, it's emotional confusion, it's not knowing how to be at peace with your emotions regarding a situation that is requiring you to be present emotionally. And it's like, you can't be present emotionally if you're not feeling it. This is all thinking, worrying. We have to not be afraid of the emotions. We have to step into the emotions, okay? It feels like somebody who either was not able to communicate emotions or like express or process within themselves, maybe caused some problem in the past year with like a lack of attention, or like, I don't know, just something here like kind of caused a situation to go awry. Then you have the Seven of Pentacles here. So the Seven of Pentacles is basically a card of assessments. The assessment of what I've contributed, what have I done so far in this situation, what is the outcome of what I've done here? Has it given me the results I've hoped for, or do I need to kind of like reinvent the wheel in this situation a little bit more? And I feel here that you don't need to reinvent the wheel, but I feel it's really important that you take a very, very considerable look at the type of stability that you offer yourself, first of all, in relationships, and where you're coming from within your own stability. And remember, confidence, speak with confidence, you know, trust yourself. There's an element of confidence here, but where do we need to uphold that? Where do we need to make changes in that? You know, the hermit is somebody who retreats, not in a bad way. It's all introspection, but it's not just like looking at things. It's also looking, integrating. It's almost like an emotional, spiritual clearing, a cleansing, an understanding and shift within all that energy. So, you know, what have we contributed so far? And also, I want to say too, Pentacles talk about like years as far as time spans, you know? So, I mean, sure, 7 years, but like what it's telling me is energy that has existed for a long time in one's life where we're continuing the pattern. And now we have to look at the pattern, because whatever we've been contributing to situations in our life, it's causing problems. This is actually very, this is kind of, I feel like from what I remember, this is kind of close to the couples reading too. So you might want to watch the Aquarian couples reading if you're so inclined. So yeah, that's regret. That's a lot of regret. And then Judgment here, like, that's a decision. That's a decision, but that's from both parties. So it seems like you have a decision to make, but you have to get out of your head and start to assess your emotions about a situation much more than you may have been willing to. I also want to say, don't look at it like, well, I did this and I contributed this and they should have done this. It's not about that. It's not about that, because you're coming with like almost a chip on your shoulder if that's the way that you're looking at it. And that's not how this needs to be. This needs to be, okay, I'm clear about what I offer. I know the pitfalls of how I've offered in the past. I know what I've done in the past that hasn't been like productive, or I'm getting friendly, even friendly. So I don't know if this is like being confused, mentally confused about our emotions is causing like somebody to be like callous or cold or like removed. But this is an assessment. This is a considerable assessment regarding how you show up and what you contribute to your relationships. And I think this is something that's also dealing years of experience here. Show me forgiveness, please. So you, okay, I'm going to pull that one out. Let me find it again, because it just kind of like peeked out, but it was popping up. Where are you? Oh my God, yeah. Poop soup. It's here somewhere. It was a Two of Cups, and it was emphasized in a way that it was coming out where it was helpful. So let me find it here before I, take go any further. Holy moly, where are you? Sorry, you guys. Maybe I'll just have to leave it in there. Maybe it'll come, oh, there it is. So yeah, with this regarding forgiveness, you guys, and I do want to say that Two of Cups was right on top of the Nine of Cups in this deck, but with this, you got the Lovers and the Three of Swords, but you also got it with the Two of Cups, like literally popping out of the deck, and then I put it back in. So Two of Cups, Lovers, Three of Swords over here. This is self-sabotatory situations. This is situations where there's been a lot of pain within love, and maybe somebody's kind of like knee-jerk reaction is to cause more pain. Does that make sense? Also, when it comes to commitments, I feel like somebody is getting a very, very good look on how they hold back and protect themselves, how they remove themselves from situations because they're guarding themselves. They don't want to open up here. You can't do that in love situations because it kills them. It kills love situations, So I feel with the Lovers here too, I genuinely do feel there's a head over heart decision here in how one operates within love relationships so they can actually have something stable and long-standing. And I feel at this point, it feels like things have been very fleeting here because somebody has been kind of bottled up. But I also feel too that within this energy, there is a definite understanding of how we commit, how we experience commitment from others. Maybe we haven't experienced a lot of commitment with others and it's kind of like tainted us or made us afraid to connect. But we're getting a lesson here where the Sun is the most positive card in the deck, but it's also liberating, it's freeing, it's freedom, it's enlightenment about a situation, enlightenment about your commitments, your connections, your relationships. It's a relationship card, okay? Foundations in relationships, foundations. I feel like the Aquarius couples reading also talked about foundations or something like that. And so this is requiring you to be patient with yourself. If this, is resonating, it's requiring you to be patient with your growth and with yourself. The thing is here, it almost feels like somebody has like an immediate reactionary experience to love, or when they feel love or when they connect with somebody, it goes haywire in them and they don't know how to, they turn into, Page of Wands, a Page of Swords it can be childish communication, immature communication styles. You can kind of like come in and say a bunch and then like back out. It's that kind of energy. I think it's important to address that if that's something that you found is like a thread in your life that's consistent. Okay, so forgiveness for that. And please forgive yourself. I feel like somebody here is like either judging themselves or beating themselves up a little bit in regard to like how relationships have played out for them because of their standoffish, like super guarded behavior. This is somebody that's been hurt, but they're also afraid to open up because they're afraid of being hurt again, So, all right, let's go ahead and get into Twin Flame in reverse, please, for Aquarius singles. There it is, that Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. This is what was underneath the Two of Cups when that opened up, okay? So it is here. I'm glad it is. Yes, this can talk about wish fulfillment and, all that stuff, getting your wishes. I mean, sure, Candyland, whatever. But, like, this also talks about being in situations where you're actually emotionally satisfied, being in connections with people who are there for you, who are supportive with you emotionally, who take time with you, people who you feel that you can invest in. This is next to the Ten of Cups. Maybe that'll come through in this reading too. But the Nine of Cups talks about making that progress with people, having that secure feeling with them so they can actually be in your life to move on to the Ten of Cups, right? So we have that coming out here as well. And great. So as far as like this Two of Pentacles energy, yeah, it's taking somebody a really long time to understand. Yeah, totally. Yeah. It's taking somebody a really long time to understand that what they contribute to situations actually ties them down. The problem is it's almost like they don't realize it until it's way too late, and then they realize, oh shit, I ruined this, or I caused conflict in a situation and I have guilt, about something. So it's problematic. And I think somebody's seeing it and it's taken them a really long time to see it here, because what's happened is relationships that are either potentially good, whatever fear or whatever anxiety this person has, they immediately bring it into the relationship and create the whole cycle of destruction over and over again. So Two of Pentacles, you have a new opportunity to change this. You have an opportunity to create and solidify something new, okay? Don't step on the snake, all right? The snake, I'm feeling it as it's there to warn you. It's there to warn you, okay? We don't want to step on the same paths, and it feels like you've been stepping on snakes for a while. So We want to create something new. We want to create something stable. We want to feel comfortable where we put our feet, where we put our heart, where we put our emotions. I don't think that that's been available to you here, whomever I'm talking to, okay? And this may also resonate for somebody in your life or who you're dealing with. So, you know, take it as you will. But there is guilt about it. There's a heaviness about it. There's a burden here in regard to causing so much conflict in situations where it could be happy, it could be nice, but, you know, sometimes it takes people a really long time to learn a lesson, you know, and especially when emotions are stunted, especially when people are thinking versus feeling, and even with feeling, this is all types of confusion. It's here twice. Emotional confusion, emotional confusion. And I do want to say emotional confusion begets emotional confusion. So if you're contributing emotional confusion to a situation, there it is again in that other person. Now, great. Now we have a chain reaction of what? Confusion, sadness, frustration? That's not good. So let's learn to communicate properly. Let's learn to open up. Here we have the eagle or the falcon or whatever. I'm taking it as knowledge, as wisdom, as inspiration for change in the Page of Swords, how you change. So there's an ascension of wisdom here. There's an understanding of something here for you, Aquarius, where you get to change how you think. I feel you need to expand on how you think of people or how you accept people or how you accept feelings here, because this whole reading is like almost feeling averse, feeling avoidant, you know? It's somebody that doesn't want to deal with feelings, and it's all just here, here, here. There's no feeling. One has to feel, Aquarius, and that's causing too much conflict in your relationships, and I feel like that is something that has bled out again. So let's go ahead and check out the moon. Yeah, and for this too, I do want to say it's in the past energy, so this is something that we've been dealing with for a while. This is, you know, it needs to start to graduate. Show me the moon here. The moon is in the present position, okay? Emotional confusion, not knowing how to communicate. It's right under that Page of Swords. Show me the moon here for Aquarius singles, please. All right, so we have Judgment again at the bottom of the deck. We have the Six of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and we've got the Death card. You very well could be dealing in Scorpio. Huge Scorpio placements, energies here, but also Pisces, Cancer as well. Heavy Scorpio energy though. This here, the twin flame stuff, this is where it makes sense to me, because the Six of Cups can talk about connections within relationships, soulmate energy, people who we feel that deep connection with, that undeniable like attraction, and like we don't know why. And even after we give it time, it's still there. It's like, what? You know, so we have to try and honor it. But like, if you don't have the tools, how are you going to honor it? So figure out a way to figure it out. Either way, the twin flame and the Six of Cups, this is very resonant energy to me when it comes out, just because like what we're having here is almost like a uncomfortable experience with someone who is in our life for a greater purpose, you know, not just a relationship, but also we have to remember all relationships are karmic, no matter who they are, what they are. Karma is not always bad. Karmic relationships are not always bad. Karma is what you give out and receive. It's just like the water and the waves coming back, going out, coming back, going out. You know, it's what you do. But like, I guess with that water analogy, emotion, we need to have an energy that comes in and it goes out. Not just, because if you're going to suck in the whole ocean, what's going to happen to you? You're going to pop like a tick, okay? This is asking for us to create a different type of change and transition within that, especially when it comes to how we approach people in love and what type of commitment this is. So I'm going to go ahead and do a clarifier for this with a different deck. Yeah, okay. Show me the Knight of Cups here, please, for Aquarius singles. All right, so you have the You have the Emperor that flew on the floor face down. That means something to me. You also have the Sun in reverse, the Queen of Coins in reverse, and Death in reverse, okay? So what this is telling me here with the Queen of Coins in reverse and the Sun in reverse is this is somebody who doesn't feel stable in their life. And not just stable financially, it's kind of like emotional stability. Queens represent, you know, they have connection to element of water, emotions, the flow of that, the ease within that. Is it crashing, you know, on the rocks, or is it a nice serene tranquil pool of water? You know, how is that presenting itself? Because we have Death in reverse, which talks about trying to get back to something that is done, you know, or problematic. It's cut. So the Sun is not a bad card in reverse. It just talks about somebody who, it can talk about somebody who their insight may be a little bit confused, or maybe they don't know how to see everything clearly, and it also can cause depression, you know, rumination a bit. But, you know, with Death in reverse, it's basically indicating that somebody here is interested in trying to, I don't know if it's like revamp, but like it's kind of some sort of like reclaiming of something. Even if you don't get a relationship out of it, at least you can reclaim your purpose in the situation, your future energy in a situation. You have the ability now to have that contrast, so you can look in future situations and not repeat the same thing. But with the Death card in reverse, it does talk about kind of like trying to come back to something. So let's go ahead and check out this Three of Cups in reverse here, Aquarius singles, and see what's up here. Why is the Three of Cups in reverse for this future outcome here? Oh, I did want to say too, with the Emperor, when it fell on the floor face down, what that immediately told me was this needs to be kicked out and this needs to not happen anymore. Now, in his own right, the Emperor is a lovely card in regard to business, finance, stability, take charge action, father energy, masculine energy, a leader, and somebody who's like a CEO type person, a businessman, like somebody who owns an empire. They run their empire. In emotions, this person is beyond stubborn. They don't like budging. They don't like changing. This is Aries energy. Aries can be incredibly hard to budge when they feel like they know it. They know it. You don't know nothing. They know it all. You know, and they're sometimes very willing to guard and protect their stance on something. So, you know, if we have that type of stubborn energy, especially when it comes to like emotions and feelings, it's almost as if this person is removed and stubborn about communicating here, but also it's racking your brain. It's racking your brain, you know, and that needs to go away. So we're gonna leave that there. Show me the Three of Cups in reverse here for this future position. Okay. Yeah, so you have on the bottom of the deck too, you have the, I'm just going to pull them all together so you can see them. Bottom of the deck, there was the Fool here, and what fell out was the Magician and the, what's his name? Pisces energy, the Hangman. This is somebody who, if this is your energy, you're basically like wanting to resurrect, to create something new. You've perhaps learned from some lessons here, and you're willing to make a change. But how do you approach? How do you approach that? And see, this is where we're waffling and wavering. And like the thing is, you don't want to stay hanging upside down for too long, right? You'll cut off your circulation, you'll get gangrene. Like, what's the point? You got to come down sometime. So how do we do that? How do we choose a different way to emotionally respond to things? How do we choose a different way to emotionally respond to things so we're not in the same cycle over and over again, causing sadness, depression, and regret in our emotional situations? You know, being silent and avoidant can have a lot of benefit. Well, being silent sometimes can have a lot of benefit, but like avoidance and trying to shut off and like control situations because like you're uncomfortable, but like the only way you can deal with it is just shut off and control it. Not good. Here we have again that Emperor energy with the Seven of Wands and the High Priestess. This is somebody that withholds their feelings. They feel very, they can feel very justified in their decisions. They're very on guard with what they want to, they're very on guard with their feelings, their emotions. Somebody withdraws that. And if that's the case, like you have somebody who's got deep emotions, deep feelings here, but they can't express. And it's just like locked in. So once again, this is the result of that. Constant rumination, constant emotional disruption. And it's emotional disruption because the emotions aren't being accessed. It's all mental. So you have the Six of Wands and you have the Ten of Cups here. Okay? Those are the last two cards here for this. Now, in regard to that Three of Cups in reverse, this can talk about having success in a situation. Now, when I say that, that doesn't mean you're gonna get the golden ticket. Like, success is incremental. Success isn't the whole enchilada. Success is, we had a conversation. We were able to get something communicated. We were able to heal something. We were able to bring some insight. I was able to get some insight from this. Like, it's an awareness. It's more awareness than like, yeah, get the gal or whatever. Like, it's more about awareness. But it's a success in that. And I do want to say, where are they? That Nine of Cups. I feel like you're able to get to some sort of emotional healing here that you initiate with your diligence towards introspection, your own diligence towards your own introspection. But I feel here that whatever the situation is with a person, if this was a friend or if this was like some sort of like partner here, twin flame, for me, it is a soulmate relationship. Reunion of souls, tonal mates, same soul frequency, soulmates. You know, everybody has fancy names for things, but when you boil it down, soulmates, people who are in our lives. Soulmates are to break us apart. Karmic relationships break us apart. They rewire us. They strip us down so that we have to like access different parts of ourselves that we've shut off. And here we are, a new person. Through this pain, we emerge. But you have to emerge and you don't get to sink and die in it. So I feel like here with this situation though, if you're dealing with a friend or a partner, somebody that you were once comfortable with and then it went awry, I feel like it has the opportunity to change and you get a deeper respect and perception of this person and their ability of acceptance and compassion, but also you get to stretch your limits. Okay. Can I please have advice for Aquarius singles regarding the situation? So you have the Three of Pentacles here. Three of Pentacles is all about, well, it says work, but it's working together. It's working together with another person. It's working together towards similar efforts. So it's not stagnant. It's not uncomfortable. It's two people getting on the same page, especially when friendship and love are involved. And I feel here that there is a necessity to kind of like reestablish some sort of connection here. And don't put expectations on it. Just allow it to be and breathe and be. Okay? So I'm going to leave it here, Aquarius singles. I love you guys. I'm so sorry for being like gone for a year. Just go watch that video, please. I would appreciate it. And if this resonated, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment if you like. And if you're seeking a personal reading, you can contact me at thealtruisticmystic@gmail.com, and I will get back to you soon. Take care, you guys. Love you. Bye-bye.